We don't know. A squared is just going to have to stay a squared. Okay, now we can simplify a little bit. 24 squared and 26 squared can both be simplified. 24 squared is 576. 26 squared is 676. And a squared, well, for now it's a squared. Okay, so now, once again, we have an equation to solve. Doesn't matter it says a squared, you solve it just like it said a. So I'm going to subtract 576 all the way across. And that'll give me a squared equals 100. Now, this one you can figure out in your head. You don't need me to help you. Take the square root all the way across, and that's going to tell me that a equals 10. There we go. Okay, let's go to the next one. Example 2 is the triangle right. So it's a different variation of what we just did. You're going to be using the same formula all the way through today. So the very first thing I'm going to do is write down the a squared plus b squared equals c squared. All right. So in this problem, they tell us that a equals 9, b equals 15, and c equals 18. And they want to know if that makes a right triangle. What you're going to do is you're going to plug the numbers in. Square it all out, add up the left side. If the left side makes the right side, then the triangle is going to be a right triangle. If the left side doesn't make the right triangle, then it's not. Okay. So, take a look here. Okay. A equals 9. So I'm going to change a to 9. 9 squared. B gets changed into 15. 15 squared. C gets changed into 18. 18 squared. All right, now 9 squared. 9 squared makes 81. 15 squared. 15 squared makes 225. 18 squared. 18 squared makes 324. Now, I'm going to simplify this left side because you can see there's just an addition sign there, so I'm just going to add those, nothing fancy, and that makes 306. Now, in order for this to be a right triangle, again, this number has to be the same as this number. If it's anything different, then they're not a right triangle. Well, that's 306, that's 324. Those are not equal, so this is not a right triangle. If they've both been 324, then you got a right triangle. There's other ways you could do that problem. You could just plug in a and b and solve it out and figure out what c equals and match it up. That's the shortest, simplest way to do these problems. Okay, now I get to start drawing. Okay, example 3. A sailboat has a mast that is 53 feet tall and a support that runs 7 feet. How long is the flag on slant? A sailboat has a mast that is 53 feet tall and a support that runs 7 feet. How long is the flag on slant? All right, so I get to draw. Okay. So banana boat. Such an artist. Okay, here comes the mast. My artistry gets better every year.
We have to draw it.
Okay. Ta-da! Well, I better sign it. Makes it worth more. Now somebody's got to buy the chalkboard. Okay, so here's what we know. All right, the mast is 53 feet tall. So this thing is 53 feet tall. We know that the support, that's the one that runs this way, is 7 feet. Okay, now you can see the right angle here really easily. Right angle. Remember, the side that's across from the right angle is always the mystery C. So if I go across from it, I run into that, that's C. So, if C is the mystery, that means I know A and B in this problem. So, I can pick which one I want to call A and which one I call B. So I'm just going to call 7A and 53B. It's just a choice. Alright, so A squared plus B squared equals C squared. A is 7, and B is 53. C, well, C is the mystery. All right, so we can solve this. 7 squared, you know, 7 times 7.
49.
49. 53 squared is 2809. I'm going to add those together for C squared, which means C squared is going to equal 2858. Now again, I don't care about C squared, I only care about C. So I'm going to have to take the square roots all the way across. Take the square roots all the way across, and I find out that C has to equal 53.46. So the flag on slant is 53.46 feet long. I will tell you in these problems that C is always going to be the largest number. So like if you do the work and you find A is 8, B is 10, and you come up with C equals 6, you did it wrong. C is always, 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 always going to be the largest number. No exception. Always. All right, one more. I get to draw one more. Good. All right, example 4. A wheelchair ramp rises a total elevation of